Wow, this movie just came out of nowhere. Oh, so good. Hey everyone, welcome to the review. Here's my review for the movie Colossal. Yes, Colossal stars Anne Hathaway, Jason Sudeikis, Tim Blake Nelson, and Dan Stevens. And this movie is directed by Nacho Vigalondo. And yes, this is a very strange, original, unique, dramatic comedy monster kaiju movie. Yes. It's hard to explain the story of Colossal if you haven't seen any previews or anything, because if I explain the story, that it kind of ruins the movie, it kind of ruins the magic of the film. See, I did go into this movie knowing the trailers and stuff, and I expected a pretty cool comedy movie, but I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this awesome movie. This movie, Colossal, is absolutely extraordinary. It's so fucking good. It shocked me. I knew it was going to be a great movie. It had some critical praise and stuff. It's like a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, so most of the critics' consensus is very positive. But my god, I got it way higher on my list because I absolutely love this movie. This is hands down one of my favorite movies of the year. Hands down. It really freaking hit me, this movie. The comedy hit me. The drama hit me. The freaking monster movie part hit me. So yeah, I'm going to explain the story, but if you don't want to know the story of this movie, skip ahead and I'll tell you what I just loved about the movie. But yeah, if you don't want to know the story, skip ahead. So yeah, the story of this movie is about this young girl. Basically, she's kind of a freeloader and stuff, and she's an alcoholic and stuff, and basically her boyfriend, played by Dan Stevens, breaks up with her, and basically she moves back to her old shitty-ass town and stuff, and she runs into her old friends. One of them is played by Jason Sudeikis and stuff, and she gets a job with him at a bar and stuff, and basically she wants to hiding the truth from her friends that she's kind of a lowlife, and she's an alcoholic and stuff, and no one gives a shit about her and stuff. And basically, one day when she goes home and stuff, she walks through this park doing these weird movements and stuff, and then when she wakes up, she reads on the news that there's this monster in this other country, and it's wreaking havoc and stuff, and she finds it really weird stuff, and really odd, because the monster is doing the same movement she was doing when she was walking through the park. And yeah, of course, she realizes that she herself is controlling the monster that is terrorizing this country. Yes, every time she walks through this park, she controls the monster. The monster appears, and whatever movements she does in the park, the monster does the same movements. And it's this weird, bizarre comedy movie. Also, a very clever, symbolic interactionalism sort of film. And yeah, this movie is so funny and bizarre and weird and unique and original, but it's also really clever. It's kind of like Anomalisa and Being John Malkovich. It is a very clever, artistic, comedic film with a lot of dramatic, poetic, compelling moments in the film. And yeah, this movie is so well laid out, and it all came down to structured execution, and the movie does that brilliantly. It's so well directed, so well paced, so well acted, and very well written. It just all works. It all flows properly. The structure flows properly. It is so well executed. A story like this could have came off really sloppy and really stupid and kind of hokey and cheesy, but the movie was really deep. It had a lot of clever themes in it, and yes, the monster itself is symbolizing like her brokenness, her alcoholism, and her addiction and stuff, and her dominance over men and stuff. Yeah, the monster thing is all symbolic about her life and her relationships and stuff, and I don't want to spoil what happens in the ending, but my god, it's brilliant. And yeah, Anne Hathaway is absolutely fantastic. I actually do believe she gives an Oscar-worthy performance in this movie. She is so compelling, so amazing. She was made to play this role. And Anne Hathaway, I love Anne Hathaway. She's such a great actress. She has a lot of terrible movies. I can fully admit that. Some of her movies and her filmography are just awful, but she really brings her A game. She is fantastic in this role, as this lead role. And also Jason Sudeikis. Jason Sudeikis is hands down probably gives one of his best performances. I don't want to spoil his character because, again, I don't want to spoil his character, but what he has to do in this movie is so weird, so bizarre, so twisted. He does an amazing job. Like, I always thought, like, maybe they could have got Dan Stevens to play Jason Sudeikis' role, but honestly, Jason Sudeikis plays his role so freaking well, and yeah, it was really well done, really good casting. I never thought Jason Sudeikis could play a role like this, but he did, and he pulled it off, and he was fantastic. And Dan Stevens, also not very big, but he's good in it. Tim Blake and Ellison's good. The whole cast is great, but Anne Hathaway and Jason Sudeikis are both incredible in the film, and their dynamics with each other, the character dynamics, is absolutely fantastic. Again, no spoilers. Also, the monster scenes are really well done. They're really funny. They're also really scary and thrilling, and the special effects on the monsters look absolutely fantastic. The kaiju monster looks absolutely amazing and stuff, and again, this movie was so freaking well directed, a very well directed, very well written film, and just, it's so smart, so powerful, and just so very deep and stuff. It's so thought-provoking, and it's just weird because it's this comedy monster movie and has all these very clever, very powerful thematic moments, and it's just so well done. This entire movie was so well done. Is there flaws? Of course. Every movie in the entire world has flaws, but none of the flaws really bothered me. There will be things in this movie that will bother people, because a lot of people might find this movie off-putting because of the unlikability of the characters, because some of these characters, a lot of these characters, are very unlikable, but that's the entire point. It's like watching Seinfeld, and you hate the show because the characters are unlikable. I'm like, that's the point of Seinfeld. And that's the point of this movie, but at least Anne Hathaway's character has an arc, and she does change throughout the film. Some people, I did hear that some people complained about Anne Hathaway's character being too unlikable, and she has no arc. Strongly disagree. She has her unlikable moments, but she's not that distasteful. And she does have an arc. If whoever says she doesn't, she does have a character arc at the end of the film. That's the entire point of the ending of the movie. Yes, it kind of leaves you hanging with something. I don't want to spoil it, but it leaves you hanging with something. That was just for comedic elements. Obviously, her character does change because of all the shit she's been through and stuff with the kaiju and stuff, but yeah. The character has a character arc, and the movie does flow perfectly, narratively, and structurally, and yeah, I love this movie. Yes, it has unlikable moments, but again, that's the point and stuff, and it is a very weird movie. Some people don't like weird movies like this. A lot of people don't like Anomalisa and Being John Malkovich, but if you love movies like Being John Malkovich and Anomalisa, I think you will absolutely adore this film, and yeah, I highly recommend it. It is a very bizarre, strange, original film, but I absolutely loved it from start to finish. This is hands down going to make one of my best movies of the year list. It's so freaking good. One of my favorites of 2017, and yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie Colossal a 10 out of 10. So freaking good. Highly recommend it. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Colossal. Say in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite bizarre comedy movie? Yes, I find this movie a bizarre comedy, like Anomalisa and stuff, but what is your favorite weird comedy like this? Like, favorite weird comedy? Yes, it's a weird question, but this is a weird movie, and honestly, this is one of my favorite weird comedic movies. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, what is your favorite weird comedy? Comment below, let me know, and as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.